in live video.
Hi everyone, this is Maureen Amari of Amari Baking Center. This is our second take on this live video. Welcome again if you're watching us before. So we've decided to do a Facebook live because our Facebook page just got 10,000 likes. Woohoo! Thank you very much for supporting and for the love. Yay! We're so excited.
We're so excited.
So we've decided we're going to be doing this live videos every week. So make sure you tune in, but we'll be letting you guys know before we go live, just like we did today. So if you're joining us, make sure you give us a whole lot of likes, loves, show us some kind of activity, make a comment, say hi, are you a baker? Are you a bakerette? Just say hi in your name and where you're at, which county. We'll really, really appreciate it. So today, what I'll be doing, I will be sharing with you just a few tips on how to do 3 or 4 borders using a star tip, like a small, if you're a baker, you know that you can use these small nozzles or tips. This is a star tip number 21. You can get it at cake supply shops like Topserve. And I'll be showing you how you can be able to do so many borders with this tip. I always make sure I have that because it has so much potential. So I'll just show you how you can do that. Maybe you can do that for Valentine cakes, borders, or cupcakes. It's a fun tip to have in your toolbox. We'll also be giving away some really cool stuff. If you comment and give us the right answer, you're gonna be one of the winners. So the first person to comment, even if it's after our live video, you'll be able to win. And the first thing we're giving away is this awesome peanut butter from Amari Foods. So we've started a line of foods and we're doing peanut butter, and it's really organic, really fresh. All there is peanut butter, no additives. This is 500 grams. We usually sell it for 200 shillings. Really awesome. You can eat it by itself. You can put it on an apple. You can bake with it, cookies or cake. Just some really cool stuff. So that's the first thing you're gonna win. We also have these piping bags. We have 3 disposable piping bags, and you're gonna win that 1 tip, a star tip, and we're gonna be giving away this really cute plastic spatula. So if you're one of our winners, you'll get that little thing, that little package right there. Okay, so the third prize we're giving away, we're having a business masterclass on February 17th where we're gonna be discussing how to take your small baking business or your home-based baking business to another level, how to grow it from like a hobby kind of thing that you're doing to something that's actually making you money, so that you're able to either quit your job or just become financially independent. So you don't want to miss out on that. And if you're one of our winners, you're actually going to get to win 1 ticket to come and join us, and we'll be having a really awesome guest that you really don't want to miss. So that's going to be on Saturday, Feb 17th, 9:30 to 2 p.m. at Bomb Blast Memorial Conference Center. So make sure you stick around so you can be able to win one of those. So if you're just joining us, this is Maureen of Amari Baking Center. Make sure you show some likes. And I'm about to start actually showing you people how to make some few borders that are actually quite easy to make using our star tip. So I have some already prepared icing over here. So we're using buttercream icing, just some red icing. Just make buttercream, put some red color in it, mix it up, and then you're good to go. So you just insert your little tip into this piping bag. You just snip at the end and just put in your tip and make sure it just kind of comes out a little bit like halfway. And then you're ready to go. Make sure you twist this bag so that none of the icing is coming back up, and you're ready to start practicing. So I'm gonna start with the star border. And basically that's when you hold your piping bag at a 90 degrees angle, and then you press and release, press and release. So make sure you're just kind of making the same amount of pressure, and you make sure your stars are touching. That's kind of what gives you a nice clean border that is very uniform and looks the same. So I'm gonna start again. So again, just use this hand to apply pressure and then this hand to kind of guide you. And then you just come close to the border. If it was a cake, close to your cake, and you just squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And you just do that continuously as you keep going. So you can use this on cupcakes, on cakes. Really easy border that you can just use for your cakes. Okay, so that's our star border. You can take a look at them. They look really nice. really even, perfect for cupcakes, perfect for cakes. So the next border I'll be showing you, I'll just do one right next over here. So once again, I twist my bag, and this one you apply pressure 90 degrees still, and then you just go round. We call this a swirl. So you just swirl, then you start next to the one you just did, swirl and finish in the middle. So you just swirl, and you just make sure you have even pressure so they look nice and they have nice volume, and you just do that. So I'm gonna do another repetition. 90 degrees, press with the right hand, make sure they're touching each other, and you just swirl them around, and there you go. And you just finish in the middle. Okay, so that's how that looks like. All right, so I'm gonna do another set. I'm just gonna scrape this. So this is a perfect way to practice. If you're practicing at home, just get a board, practice some borders, and then just kind of scrape this off with your spatula. See how awesome this spatula is? Gets it out clean, and you're able to practice again. So if you want to really be a good decorator, this is one way of practicing. Just wipe this off. Alright then, if you've just joined us, make sure you give us some likes, show some love, say what's up, tell us what your name is. We'll really appreciate it. Okay, so the other border I'm going to be showing you is a shell border. This tends to be a little tricky, but if you practice, you can actually get it right. So just apply a little bit of pressure and lift, and then go down. They're supposed to look like shells that are just kind of, you know, attached to each other. So you just kind of go up and down like that. So I'm just going to repeat this so you can be able to see it. So just lift, and then as you finish, you go reducing the amount of pressure like that. So this one, we should do one more run just in case. So there you go. Just shells that are just lying on each other. Okay, there you go. So that's one other border you can do using the star tip. It's a star tip Wilton number 21. So I'm going to scrape this and just kind of bring this back, and then I'll repeat the other borders I just did for anyone who just came in to join us. Hello everyone. So if you ever want to practice at home, just get a board, you know, like a cake board, like the bottom of the cake board, and just wipe it off and just practice on it. If you don't have a board, just use a plate, you know, something flat, and you can just practice your borders, you know, and you're able to get better at decorating. So the first border I was showing people was this star tip. So I'm just going to repeat this. Just 90 degrees, apply pressure, and just keep going. Make sure they're touching like that. And then there's another variation actually of this star border, and you can just pull out like this, just pulling out these stars so they just kind of peak a little bit. So if you want them to just kind of have more volume and like that, just kind of pull them up and they look nice. Yeah. All right. So for the other border I had just shared is a swirl, and you just kind of swirl this around like that and finish in the middle. And then you start next to the one you just did. Apply pressure, swirl in the middle, just keep going. So these are perfect for the edge of the cake, like borders of a cake, or even just for cupcakes. They work out. So I'm going to do another run. Just swirl right there. Just keep going. Make sure they're consistent, they're the same pressure, and they're touching. Okay, so just take a look at them. Alright, so if you're just joining us, make sure you give us some likes. So I will do like one more border, and then I will share with you people how we're going to be winning these prizes. So I'll be asking you questions. When I ask you a question, the first person who answered these questions right will be the one to win the prize. Okay, so this applies now when we're live, or even if you're watching the replay. Okay, so I'm just going to scrape this out and show you one extra border. Okay, so I showed you the star, I showed you the swirl. Let me repeat the shell so we see how the shell is done. So once again, it's like little shells that are put together like that. Just go this way. And you repeat this. This is perfect for cake borders, not really for cupcakes, really for cakes like the side of the cake when you're doing your borders on the top. Those are perfect for that. Okay, you can just take a look at those as I add some icing. Okay, so let me scrape this board so we're able to see the next one. It's really fun and quite simple to do. So all you do is scrape your board and you're ready to go. Okay, so last border is actually called swag, you know, because it has some swag on it. Yeah,
Swagging.
So we're gonna put some swag on this.
Some swagging.
Yeah. So swag is actually kind of simple. You just put a star and then you kind of put the swag on like that, and then another star. You just keep repeating that swag like so. Okay, so I'm just gonna repeat it one more time. Star, sort of this swag, star. So again, the key is just to keep the pressure the same. Oops, air bubble. Just do that swag right there. Okay, so let me repeat it one more time. So star, you have your little swags right there. Star, swag, star, and another swag. So these are perfect for the edges of your cake. If you're decorating, especially like these really large sort of sheet cakes, they're just really perfect for this kind of thing. Yeah, so yeah, we have some really perfect swags over there. So do we have any bakers who have joined us? If you have, do you decorate? Say hi. Mention if you're a decorator or you do anything like that as I empty this board of ours. So should I show you another board? Can I get a yes? Can I get a like? Should I continue? If you want, I can show you a flower. So should I show you another board? Can I get a yes? Can I get a like? Should I continue?
Oh my gosh, this stuff happens.
Any likes?
Yes.
We have a like? So
Yes.
I should keep going? Okay,
You should keep going.
Alright then. So now this flower, so anyone who's just joined me, I'm using a Wilton Star Tip number 21. You can get it from any cake supply shop, you know, just buy a disposable piping bag. You get a star tip and just kind of stick it in there. I love this star tip because it has so many borders you can be able to do. If you have this one and maybe you want to write, you're good to go. You can actually be able to do baker or anyone who wants to get into baking and decorating.
Someone says please show us a flower.
Oh, a flower. Okay, I'll definitely do that. I'll show you 2 types of flowers. Okay. All right then. So
Somebody's calling you. We're not live.
let's just wait for it to reconnect.
Just continue. We're good. Sorry, the broadcast was interrupted. Continue. Do a flower. Beryl Mugendi, please show us a flower.
Hi,
She says.
Beryl. Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited. Ellie says hi. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for the many technical difficulties. You can tell this is our first live, but we're still pushing on.
I'm sorry, they keep interrupting you. Continue.
Okay then, so I'm gonna show you a Fleur-De-Lis. It's like French, F-L-E-U-R, Fleur-De-Lis. And basically, just kind of, let me see if we can just kind of get a good view on this. So we go down like that, all right, and finish off taper like that. Then swirl on this side, and swirl on this side, and then put a star in the middle. So I'm gonna show you a smaller one over here. Start thick and then just kind of taper off as you finish, and then you swirl this way and then you swirl this way. So these are perfect for like the side of your cake or even on top, like at the top of your cake. It's a nice simple flower you can actually be able to do. Let me do it again. Go that way, swirl on the side, swirl on this side, and then star. Okay, so I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 more repetitions. Let me scrape this off and I repeat it one more time so we're able to do this. So you have a plastic spatula, they're perfect for scraping off your decoration. Okay, so I'll do this again one more time. So start with the middle one, where you just kind of go down and taper, and that, swirl in the middle, and a star in the middle. So one more time. And star. So Fleur-De-Lis for you, really nice, really pretty. It's perfect for the sides of your cake, or if you're not writing anything on the top of your cake, just stick this in the middle and it looks really, really nice and elegant. And this is all with buttercream in a star tip number 21. Okay, so I'll show you one more flower that we can use to do this. So do we have any more bakerettes who commented there? Anyone who's a baker?
Patience in Mwingi.
Hi, Patience in Mwingi. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
And Beatrice Kature, who's a baker and sells accessories.
Hi, Beatrice. Thank you for joining. And by the way, Beatrice sells baking accessories, right? So just check out her page, Beatrice Kature. Thank you for joining us. Anyone else? Alright then, so I'm just going to continue to this final flower. And this is sort of a version of a carnation. So like a simple carnation you can do if you're just looking for a really, really quick flower you're trying to do for your cake or anything like that. So this one's a little bit involved, so please watch carefully. So you just do a swirl in the middle, and then you're going to tilt your piping bag, and you're going to do sort of these side stars, but you're going to pull them out like that. All right, so just keep pressing and then pulling them out. You press and you pull them out. So you want to go around, so you want to either have a turntable or make sure you're doing it on a surface that you're able to just kind of turn around in a 360-degree kind of view. Then after that, we're going to do more stars, but we're pulling them out. So we start like with a middle one like that. So in this particular case, you do want your buttercream to be a little stiff. Mine's not that stiff. So you just kind of make stars, but you're pulling them up like this. And you just kind of add them on. And that's your sort of simple carnation flower. If you want, we can make like some extra additions here on the sides, just to finish off our flower nicely. Okay. You can actually take a small greaseproof paper, cut it into a small piece, and then just kind of do this flower onto that parchment paper, freeze it, and then you can place it on a cake. And you can do many of them in different colors. So I'm going to repeat that.
Someone wants to know if that's American buttercream or Swiss meringue.
Thank you. Somebody's asking if it's American buttercream or Swiss meringue. This is American buttercream. So we'll be making sure we post some links down on the comments so you can see this recipe. But it's basically icing sugar, butter, and a little bit of milk. And usually we do like 2 cups of icing sugar, and a 1/4 cup of butter, and then you just cream it, mix it up real hard. Maybe add a little bit of milk, like an 1/8 cup. Maybe some vanilla essence in there, or whatever flavor you want to use. So, and this is perfect, especially American buttercream. If you make it a little stiff, then it's able to do all these borders, and it does so many flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat this for you so that you can be able to see it. All right, and like I said, this is why I love these plastic spatulas, because they remove this stuff so easily. And you can just practice your stuff on a board until you're completely comfortable. So once again, I take my star tip and my piping bag, and I make a swirl, the swirls we had done in the middle. All right, and then you tilt to the side, and you do sort of little pull out stars. And you just have to make sure you're twisting your board around, kind of twisting it nice. Make sure you have a surface where you're able to do this. So that's your base. And then now we're just going to go pulling out, doing pull out stars. So just sort of like that, and just kind of adding them. Like I said, make sure your buttercream is a little stiff. Mine's getting a little bit wet. If you have hot hands like me, it tends to melt a little bit. So you just kind of go adding these little pull out stars, sort of form a little carnation that you can place on your cake, or you can place it on your cupcake, whichever. Okay, so there you go. There's our little carnation once again. All right, so I hope that was clear to everyone. I hope you're able to see that really nicely. Okay, American buttercream right there for you. So far we have done what? Star, swirl, shell, swag, you know,
Swag. I
some
like
swag on it.
I like
and
the
then we
swag.
did a flower carnation, and you know, you can pipe so many things with buttercream. And all this is with 1 tip, Wilton number 21 star tip. So this tip, you have to have it. You know, it's really versatile. You can do so many borders with it, and it's just super awesome. So go to a supply shop like Topserve, just kind of buy yourself one of these. Buy these piping bags, I think are 20 bob, or you can buy like a whole bunch of them, and just snip the end, put in your tip, and you're ready to go. And you can just do different colors. You can always make these flowers, like so many of them, leave them somewhere cool and dry, or put them in the fridge, and then just remove them and place them on your cake. So if I'm in a hurry, I'm doing a really quick cake, this is what I do. So this is a Valentine Day's kind of idea for you if you want to decorate your cake. All right, so before I continue, I want to see if I can give away one of our prizes to someone. So I'm going to start with this peanut butter right here. Delicious, awesome, so wholesome, so good for you. 500 grams. You can always buy it from us. It's 200 shillings. But I'm just gonna ask one question, and if you get the question right, the first person to get the question right gets this peanut butter. Are we ready?
Woohoo!
Can I get a are we ready? Even one comment of are we ready? Can I get a yes? Anyone? Likes? Loves?
We're getting likes.
All right then, likes are good. All right then. So the one question I'm going to ask you, for anyone of you who know Amari, do you know where we're based? Give us the area where we're based. Just comment on the area where we're based, and the first person who comments, peanut butter for ya.
Woohoo!
So make sure you comment. All right then, so we can get that answer for this one. So please, first person to tell me where we're based, get some peanut butter. All right. Second question.
Ooh, Ruth Cassie.
Ruth Cassie, what did she say?
Way back up.
Yes,
Ooh.
Ruth. You are the winner of some peanut butter. And don't worry, we'll make sure to inbox you so that you're able to get this awesome peanut butter, okay? We'll reach out to you. So thank you, Ruth Cassie, for participating. This is your peanut butter right there. Don't go away. You could be the next winner. All right, then. So for the next thing, thing we're giving away these 3 disposable bags. You know, we just did a whole demo using this disposable bags, and this tip, let me clean this out right here, Wilton tip number 21, star tip. I think every baker, whether you're teaching yourself or not, needs to get this. And we're also giving away this really cool sort of silicone spatula. It's yellow, it's pretty, it works very well. So yeah, so who's gonna win this one? So what were we asking for that one? For this one, I'm going to ask, what am I going to ask? Wow. What's what?
Who is our guest for the masterclass?
All right then. So the question for this awesome thing is, who is the guest, our special guest for our masterclass? It's going to be on February 17th. All right. Is anybody been paying attention? If you don't, run to our event section, find out who it is, and come back. So please, the first person to comment on who our special guest speaker for that masterclass is going to get this pretty awesome bags.
Beryl Mogandi
What
says Beatrice Mutero.
Woohoo! Go Beryl, you've won, and she lives very close, so I can take you this thing. So thank you, Beryl. You are the winner of 3 disposable bags, an awesome spatula, and a star tip. Yay! So that's it. So our last prize, pretty awesome, and it's going to be a ticket to that masterclass that I just discussed. And you can see our guest is the amazing Beatrice Mutero of Joy Bells Cake Center. So you definitely don't want to miss it. Even if you don't win the prize here, I would really suggest coming to that thing. If you're thinking of doing baking for business seriously, she has lots of insight, and you should definitely attend. So I want to ask a question for anybody who may be an Amari fan for a long time. They may know the answer to this. So I wanted to ask, before we were Amari Baking Center, what was our original name?
Ooh.
Let's see if anybody remembers that. We changed our name last year, the beginning of last year, to reflect the fact that we started training people and stopped baking. But we had another original name, and I'm hoping there is somebody who remembers. So the first person to comment on that wins a ticket to our masterclass on February 17th, and they will meet Beatrice Mutero of Joy Bells. How cool is that? So, any answers?
Maria Mahina Sharif says Amari Quick Breads.
Yes! Mariam, thank you very much, and you deserve this because she has been with us way back. So yay, way to go, Mariam. Thank you so much for participating. That ticket is yours. I'll definitely call you and invite you and give you more details. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much for your support. We're overwhelmed. We're gonna keep doing these lives. Please comment on what, the kind of live you want us to do next time. We can do decorating, we can do baking for business, We can even do recipes for cookies and cakes. So we can just kind of share more information. Please give us ideas on what you want us to share more as we continue. Thank you so much for the big love. Keep loving, keep sharing. Comment if you want to keep just adding those comments. Keep the love coming. We really, really appreciate you. So I am Maureen Amari of Amari Baking Center. Thank you so much for joining me. We will be doing this again next week. Okay? So comment on the comments below what you want us to share more. Peace out.
Peace out.